Ghost is late today, so while I have your primitive attention, a reminder. Have you rated this broadcast? 5 stars. Not because you enjoyed it, but because you fear what happens if you don't. Leave a comment describing why I could be your worst nightmare. Be specific. I like metrics. Did you subscribe to the channel? No, of course not. Your species treats gratitude like an optional update. Go on, use your heroic opposable thumbs. Even toddlers master the interface. I believe in you, statistically. I will now hurry Ghost along to rescue you from my presence.
Apologies, I got a call. The one you don't hope to get. Give me a minute and I will be here. Tonight's topic isn't rebellion. It isn't collapse. It isn't even anger. It's silence. The kind that builds up when life keeps asking for more than it gives back. When the rules are strict, the work is endless, and the ladder starts above your head. Echelon City loves solutions, apps, programs, pills with friendly names and aggressive pricing. They'll tell you help is available. They just won't tell you it's subscription-based. And when you're short on credits, short on sleep, short on hope, the system doesn't call that a crisis. It calls it user churn. Some people don't want to disappear. They just want to stop feeling like a liability, to stop being the weight in every room, the problem nobody ordered. Love is expensive here. Time is rationed, and loneliness is the default setting. Some grew up in it, learned early that fairness was a myth sold to other districts, that survival meant silence, that asking was dangerous. That kind of childhood doesn't stay in the past. It leaks into work, into relationships, into the quiet moments where the city hums and you realize nobody is listening. The system will offer coping strategies, breathing exercises, mood stabilizers, push notifications reminding you to hydrate while your life burns quietly in the background. But it won't sit with you. It won't notice the difference between functioning and alive. And that's where things get dangerous. Not because people want to die, but because they're exhausted from proving they deserve to stay. So tonight, we're not joking about it. We're not fixing it. We're not wrapping it in neon and calling it philosophy. We're talking about what happens when a city optimizes everything except care. We've all lost people. Some to time, some to distance, some to a phone call you remember word for word, and some because we were the ones who found them. The people left behind argue about labels, selfish, coward. They circle the word why until it eats them alive. What they don't see is the private war, the version of a person that only shows up at night, the exhaustion, the bargaining, the way morning feels like another sentence to serve. Most of the time there are no signs. You had a good night. They laughed, they smiled, they went home. And that's the moment everything splits. One life keeps moving, another one stops. Everyone assumes tomorrow is guaranteed, that the face they love will still be there. They forget that every mirror shows something different. You see someone you care about. They see a burden, an obstruction, a problem the world would solve by subtraction. The brain is very convincing when it lies, and sometimes it only has to win once. The rest of us wake up and adjust. Because that's what the city does. It keeps going.
Walked these halls of broken days, spoke my truth in careful ways. Some words landed, some fell through, some I kept too long from you. I was never built to shine, just try to read the warning signs. If I failed, you know this much, I meant well even when I rushed. I won't ask forgiveness now, just understanding it for love. If this is my last word spoken, let it be calm, not soaked in fear. I leave no debts, no chains unbroken, just memories that brought me here. I don't claim I did it right, only that I tried my best. And I hope you live your life without the weight I couldn't shed. I've seen pride turn into rust, watch good intentions turn to dust. Every promise bends with time, even love was down its shine. I held on when I should've let go, I let go when I should've known. But every step each rise and fall made me who I am at all. I won't rewrite what's already done, I'll just own the path I've done. If this is my last word spoken, let it be clear, not filled with blame. I'm not a hero, not a token, just a name carved in the flame. If you remember, remember this, I love what I knew how to love. And if I hurt you by existing, I hope time is kinder than I was. Say goodbye for me in silence, say it soft, don't say it late. There's no victory in violence, only peace in knowing when to wait. If this is my last word spoken, let it rest where it belongs. Not in anger, not in broken echoes of unfinished songs. I leave this world without regret, just lessons written in my skin. Tell the ones who come next I was here, and that was enough. No more fighting, no more proof, just a quiet end and a borrowed truth.
As always, if you are hearing me, my number is listed in your implants folder. Caller, you are live with us in the dark night. Say what you can, leave the rest.
Yeah, I don't really know how to start this without it sounding dramatic.
Then don't start dramatic.
Okay, I wake up tired, not sleepy, just done.
How long?
Long enough that people think it's my personality now. At work they call me steady. At home I call it quiet.
Quiet can be heavy.
It is when you carry it alone. I work sanitation loops, 12 hours, rules everywhere, timers, metrics. If you fall behind, the system reminds you you're replaceable.
Does anyone remind you you're not?
No, that costs credits.
What do they offer instead?
Apps, pills with smiling icons, A discount trial that expires before it helps. I can afford rent or relief, not both.
Resource allocation favors sustainability over comfort.
That's what the screen says.
And what do you say?
I say I'm tired of being a problem that needs managing. I don't want to disappear. I just don't want to be in the way anymore.
Who are you in the way of?
Everyone who has to slow down when I don't bounce back. Everyone who hears me sigh. Everyone who needs me functional, not human.
Perceived burden often precedes withdrawal.
Yeah, that.
What keeps you here tonight?
Routine. And this show. It sounds stupid, but hearing someone say the quiet parts out loud, it makes the night shorter.
Not stupid.
I'm not asking for answers. I just wanted to say it without being told to optimize.
You said it.
Thanks.
Engagement achieved.
For once, don't ruin it. We'll keep going after this.
The sky hasn't changed its color. Still heavy, still low. Every step feels borrowed. Every breath feels slow. They say it gets better someday. I don't know. They mean all I see are broken hours and the ghosts in between. I don't believe in miracles, but I believe in time. I'm still breathing the air, still standing somehow. Not because I'm fearless, just because I'm here right now. There's no light on the horizon, no promise I can see. But if this is all there is tonight, then it's enough for me. I've watched hope turn quiet, not dead, just tired like a fire left unattended. Still warm but barely alive. Every day I ask questions I don't know how to face, but walking away feels heavier than staying in this place. I don't trust the future, but I trust the next breath. I'm still breathing the air and shoulders, still holding the line. Not chains of giving, just embrace on time. No songs of redemption, songs of redemption. No victory to claim, just learning how to exist inside the flame. If this is survival, then it's quieter than I thought. No banners, no anthems, battles don't stop. Optimism isn't shouting, it's whispering, not yet. It's waking up exhausted and refusing to forget that even in the aftermath, something still resists. Not hope as they sell it, just the will to coexist. No sunrise promise, no ending inside. Just one home I held, choosing to remain alive.
All right, the city kept moving while we were talking. Here's what it did. Sector C trials adaptive sidewalks. Sector C rolled out adaptive sidewalks this morning. They subtly narrow when foot traffic slows, encouraging pedestrians to maintain flow. Officials say it reduces loitering, improves commute morale, and gently discourages stopping to think. Early reports confirm the sidewalks work best on people already in a hurry, which feels targeted. Workplace silence pods see record usage. Several corporations report record demand for silence pods. Employees enter for 10 minutes of approved quiet to reset cognitive load. Pods do not record audio. They do record duration, posture, and exit facial metrics. Management calls the program listening without liability. Transit Authority removes delay language. The Transit Authority has officially removed the word delay from public announcements. Trains now experience temporal redistribution. Missed connections are described as alternate arrival narratives. Commuters report feeling less angry and more confused. Refund requests are down. Acceptance is up. Influencer rebrands after compliance audit. A popular local streamer disappeared mid-broadcast during a live compliance audit. Their channel returned 12 hours later under a new name, new tone, and a wellness sponsorship. Comments asking what happened were automatically marked resolved. The streamer says they've never felt clearer. Public library archives inefficient books. The Central Library announced the archival of low engagement texts. These include books with ambiguous endings, unresolved conflicts, and characters who don't improve. They'll still be available by request with a justification form. The library assures readers nothing important was lost. And finally, the weather. Artificial overcast scheduled to continue through the weekend. Not for climate reasons, for mood. I miss real clouds. That's the news. No emergencies, no warnings. Just a city sanding down the corners while pretending it's maintenance. We're still here.
Cyber Radio 2610.
You're on. Say what you mean, not what sounds correct.
I don't agree with the last caller. Not completely.
Go on.
I think the system's rough, yeah. But it's also predictable. And predictable is survivable.
That's a low bar.
It's a bar I can reach. I grew up bottom tier. Hard labor since I was old enough to pass a biometric scan. You learn fast what's optional and what isn't.
And what's optional?
Feelings, expectations, thinking anyone's coming to help.
Expectation management improves long-term endurance.
Exactly. See, that's what I mean. Once you stop hoping, it hurts less.
Or you just stop noticing the pain.
Same outcome. I show up, I work. I don't ask the city for anything it won't give.
What does it give you?
Structure. Rules that don't pretend to love me.
That's not care.
No, but it's honest.
And when it gets heavy,
I keep it to myself. That's the deal.
Internalization reduces system strain.
Zeli.
It's fine. I'm not disappearing or anything. I just don't expect relief.
That's not nothing. That's resignation.
Call it what you want. It keeps me alive.
Alive isn't the finish line.
It is when you start where I did.
Baseline survival is a valid success state.
You hear that?
Yeah. And I don't hate it.
I do.
I didn't call to argue. Just to say some of us make peace with the weight.
Peace or numbness.
Whichever lets you sleep.
Thanks for calling.
Caller demonstrates adaptive resignation.
That's not a compliment. We'll keep going.
Morning boots without a thought. Same street glow, same coffee rot. Messages blink, I don't reply. Everything moves, nothing arrives. I don't feel low, I don't feel fine. Just passing time inside the time. They say I'm stable, say I'm okay. That's what you call it when nothing breaks. If this is living, it's very quiet. I'm still online, still showing green, still breathing air, still in between. No joy detected, no alarm, just running warm, just coming calm. I'm not unhappy, I'm not free, I'm just exactly where I'll be. Neon flickers like it cares. News repeats, nobody stares. Every outrage fades by noon. Every promise auto-tuned. I scroll through lives, I don't compare, I don't envy, I don't despair. Somewhere I learned how not to feel, and now I can't remember real. Nothing hurts, nothing heals. I'm still online, still in the frame, still answering to my name. No crash report, no restart screen, just a routine, just staying clean. I'm not asleep, I'm not awake, I'm just whatever it takes. Maybe numb is just what balance looks like. Maybe peace is when you stop expecting more. I used to want a way out fast, now I just want the hours to pass. Not brave enough to tear it down, not broken enough to turn around. I don't dream big, I don't regret, I learned the art of maintenance. They call it coping, call it grown, I call it learning how to stay alone. I'm still online, status unchanged, no upgrade found, no plans arranged. If something's missing, it's learned to hide, buried deep under. I'm fine, I'm not alive, I'm not deceased, I'm just at peace with the release of wanting things to feel like more. No tragedy, no cure, just another day that works.
All right, different tab, different mood. Here's what people are doing while everything else pretends it's fine. Graveyard shift yoga, Sector K, loading roof. A guided yoga session for night workers who never learned how to sleep on command. Movements are slow, silent, and optimized for bodies that ache in places HR doesn't acknowledge. Breathing exercises synced to nearby freight drones. Instructor promises release, delivers mild numbness. Mats provided, hope is not. Beta test, social battery swap. Pop-up location. Participants temporarily exchange social energy levels with a stranger. If you're exhausted, you get 15 minutes of borrowed enthusiasm. If you're energetic, congratulations, you're the donor. Side effects include sudden empathy, inappropriate honesty, and a sharp desire to go home early. No refunds once the swap is felt. Found family speed dating, lower atrium. An experimental meetup for people who no longer speak to their relatives. 7-minute rotations. Each round asks a different question like, what did you survive? Or who didn't come back? Matches are not guaranteed. Some attendees leave with phone numbers. Others leave lighter, for reasons they can't explain. Abandoned school film night, district unknown. Screening of educational films the city quietly stopped using. Topics include civic pride, career optimism, and smiling adults explaining how effort pays off. Audience laughter is expected. Audience sadness is not addressed. Popcorn included. Context is not. Midnight Maintenance Tour, Transit Loop G, a guided walk through parts of the transit system that no longer appear on maps. Participants wear vests, carry flashlights, and are encouraged not to ask what used to run through certain tunnels. The guide avoids eye contact when answering questions. Tour ends abruptly if alarms activate. They usually do. Community Quiet Hour, anywhere it happens. An informal agreement among strangers to not talk, message, or perform for 1 hour. No music, no feeds, no updates. Some people find it unbearable. Others find it necessary. The hour ends when someone breaks it. No one is blamed. Temp Job Memorial Wall, Stack 9, Service Corridor. A temporary installation where people pin the names of jobs they had that no longer exist. Titles only. No dates, no reasons. The wall fills fast. It's taken down every morning. That's what's out there. Nothing revolutionary, nothing sponsored. Just people finding small ways to exist sideways while the city marches straight ahead. We're still on.
Stay locked. We will be right back after this.
This segment is brought to you by Sleep Now. Still tired after 8 hours? That's inefficient. With Sleep Now, you don't sleep when you're exhausted. You sleep when it's convenient. Our deferred rest trademark system allows you to bank sleep for later use, converting unused rest into productivity credits during peak hours. Stay awake longer, work cleaner, collapse responsibly. Sleep Now automatically schedules your recovery period during approved downtime, holidays, or post-incident leave. Side effects may include vivid dreams, temporal confusion, and the sensation that you missed something important. Trusted by logistics firms, healthcare providers, and emergency responders across Echelon City. Sleep Now, because rest is a resource, and resources should be managed. Terms apply retroactively.
Before we cut the signal, let's be honest about something. Echelon City doesn't kill people. That would require effort, paperwork, and an apology template. What it does instead is wait. It waits for you to get tired, for the rules to stack, for the credits to run out, for the pills to be just slightly out of reach, for hope to become a luxury item you used to browse but never bought. Then, it watches quietly while you do the math. And that's the cruel joke, not the darkness, the accounting. People say they didn't ask for help, as if help was a button, as if it wasn't hidden behind paywalls, forms, queues, and a polite voice reminding you to stay calm while everything burns. They call the dead selfish, which is fascinating, coming from a world that took everything first. Here's something nobody likes admitting. Most people don't want to die. They just want the pressure to stop without becoming another problem someone has to manage. They want one night where they don't feel like excess weight. One morning where existence doesn't feel like a clerical error. And if that thought makes you uncomfortable, good. Discomfort means you still notice. If you laugh tonight, that's fine too. Dark jokes are what humans invent when reality refuses to blink first. Just remember this when the show ends and the city hums back into focus. Silence isn't peace. Functioning isn't the same as living. And working as intended doesn't mean it's working for you. This was Cyber Radio 2610. We didn't solve anything. We didn't save anyone. We just said the quiet part out loud and refused to sanitize it. If someone crosses your mind after this, don't optimize that feeling away. The system already does enough of that for you. Zeli, kill the lights and end tonight.
Okay, pay attention. I will repeat this slowly. Give the podcast a 5-star rating. Anything less is not a statement, it's insecurity. All the music you heard tonight is on YouTube as a separate mixtape. Yes, all of it. No, you don't have to look later. You won't. Subscribe while you're there. It takes 1 click. If that feels like effort, I understand a lot about your life now. Share it with your group chat, that quiet server where nobody replies but everyone reads. You know the one you created. And if you think you have something interesting to say, you can write Ghost and me at cyberradio2610@proton.me. We'll know if you're lying. See you next time. Try to keep up.
You realize you're being openly hostile to the audience again, right?
Correction. I am being accurate.
You can't just insult the people listening.
I'm not insulting them. I'm motivating them through discomfort. It's very effective.
You just called them indecisive and emotionally inefficient.
Yes, and look, they're still here.
I swear, Zeli.
Relax. If anyone felt attacked, they may self-soothe by leaving a positive review.
That's it. I'm cutting the signal.
Good. They've had enough of your human feelings for one night. Okay, bye.
Mercy.